The latest episode of One Punch Man Season 3 is here with an explosive start. Flashy Flash never expected that the opponents he encountered would be just like him, fellow villagers from the ninja village, and technically his seniors. However, to obtain the power to defy destiny, the two didn't hesitate to consume monster cells. They even intend to kill him, an S-class hero. To prove that they are the finest ninjas to ever come out of the ninja village, Gale Vint tried to use steel wires to set a trap, hoping to restrict Flashy Flash's movements within the narrow corridor. To his surprise, Flashy Flash charged forward without hesitation with speed that was simply absurd. His strikes were so powerful, they even shredded the surrounding walls. Realizing that their speed would be hard to control after monsterization, the two lured Flashy Flash into a more open area. Little did they know Flashy Flash had seen through their plan long ago. The only reason he played along was to show these self-righteous third-rate hacks that simply becoming a monster isn't enough to surpass him. But before finishing them off, Flashy Flash wants to know who their employer is once the Monster Association is wiped out. He intends to pay their client a little visit. Gale listed off many names, most of whom were high-ranking members of the Assassination Syndicate. But those people had already been dealt with by Flashy Flash. It's clear that their true target was him all along. Faced with Flashy Flash's absolute godlike speed, the combined assault from Gale and Hellfire couldn't land a single scratch. Realizing that further probing was pointless, the two decisively unleashed their full monster forms. Their disaster level surged from ghost level to dragon level. However, even when flanked by the transformed Gale and Hellfire, Flashy Flash remains unfazed. After all, he is more dedicated to his training than anyone, while their speed and power have increased significantly through monsterization. But as long as he identifies the attack patterns, he can easily neutralize them. Zaying's Gale and Flame realized it was time to discard their ninja identities and fight techniques and tools. They aren't needed at all when relying on the pure ferocity and destructive power of monsterization.
I can't even hear you talking. This is great good work.
It wasn't that Flashy Flash didn't want to use his ultimate move, but rather he was waiting for the perfect moment to eliminate both at once. Cause if even one of them managed to escape, things would become extremely troublesome later on. Other S-class heroes likely wouldn't be able to handle their speed. They simply picked the wrong opponent. Afterward, Flash entered another passage intending to confirm his location before proceeding, only to realize he had lost his communication device. Child Emperor noticed something was wrong, but given Flashy's strength, he wasn't worried at all. The priority was to rescue the hostage, but just then a monster tried to launch a sneak attack, only to hear a strange sound coming from behind. In an instant it was riddled with bullets, thanks to Child Emperor's high-tech arsenal. Using full-scale holograms and metal detectors, Child Emperor successfully located the remains of Metal Knight and extracted the coordinates of the hostage's prison from a T. However, the neatly disassembled parts gave him pause. It would be bad if the monsters also had a tech genius among them. Just as he was eating a piece of candy to stay focused, he unexpectedly encountered the treacherous monster, Phoenix Man. Phoenix Man mocked his tools as childish toys and claimed that he would one day usurp the title of Monster King Orochi. But as the saying goes, the villain dies because they talk too much while he was chattering. Child Emperor had already fired his cables and deployed a transparent film. Aside from defense, it's also perfect for wrapping candy. It's incredibly convenient.
Who's there?
Meanwhile, the hostage detention area, a frog suddenly appeared and clamped onto the boy's mouth, clinging so tightly that it couldn't be pulled off. Immediately after, a cloud of poisonous gas spread, and the monsters collapsed one after another. The intruder was none other than Child Emperor. Just as they were about to leave, a jellyfish monster ambushed them from above. Fortunately, Child Emperor reacted in time and deployed his defensive shield. After a brief clash, the monster realized that whether it was a slash or a thrust, he couldn't land a single scratch on the brat. The monster thought he'd easily claim an S-class hero's head, but a tube suddenly emerged in the next second, shortly after leaving the prison area. Child Emperor detected another enemy approaching. He planned to send his drone tank to investigate. Unexpectedly, it was obliterated in an instant, saying the enemy's mechanical nature. Child Emperor immediately deployed his tactical props. Releasing high-voltage wires, he formed a grid-like electrical cage to trap the enemy and force a signal shutdown, only for it to be effortlessly sliced through by the opponent.
I didn't know the show. He's got a secret show going on. By day 6 you can reach the moon. Yogurt, come on. Take it, please. Don't be sad. Take the phone. He's just a kid, and that concludes the main recap of the latest One Punch Man chapter all.
Now let's dive into some additional lore and details. Phoenix Man was originally a human who became a monster. After getting stuck in his slowpoke bird costume, he is primarily responsible for intelligence and delivering messages. In this episode, he is driven to the brink of death after being defeated by Child Emperor afterwards. He is resurrected through the slowpoke bird suit's ability to rise from the dead, evolving into a dragon-level disaster monster. As expected, we'll see his full-scale battle against Child Emperor in the next episode. As one of the Hero Association's key strategists, Child Emperor's primary fighting style combines tactical wit with high-tech gear. His backpack acts as a mobile arsenal, housing dozens of compact tactical props, capable of countering various types of enemies. He became a hero out of admiration for the rank 1's class Hero Blast. Compared to previous episodes, this one boasts the highest production quality, with excellent combat choreography and fluid animation. This is especially true for the first half, where Flashy Flash takes on 2 dragon-level threats. It's hard not to suspect that he's the production team's personal favorite, and I hope they can maintain this level of quality, or even surpass it in the coming episodes.